Hello, welcome back, Onefootball. I'm, of course, Statman Dave. Unfortunately, Matt couldn't be with us today. He's in the Maldives trying to catch butterflies, but it's okay. I'm going to bring you guys the news. Of course, first up, we're going to be talking about the Champions League. We're going to give you an update on that. We're then going to talk Arsene Wenger rejecting AC Milan, but also Zlatan turning down a move to Europe, potentially in January, and then we'll finish things off with Antoine Griezmann's take on the Ballon d'Or. First up, let's talk about the Champions League. Red Star Belgrade with a historic win in Serbia, beating Liverpool 2-0. The electrician Pavkov grabbing 2 goals in a fantastic performance collectively as a team. Premier League old boy Marco Marin, of course, played number 10 and was fantastic, creating both of the goals for the big striker, one coming from a corner and a little ball before Pavkov turned and a fantastic shot past Alisson. The big striker didn't even complete a pass in the first half, but had 2 shots and scored 2 goals. Let's move on to Tottenham Hotspur, who were saved by Hurricane Harry Kane. A late goal on around the 89th minute gave Tottenham a chance of staying in the Champions League. Of course, Barcelona do top that group with Inter Milan in second position, but Tottenham still have it all to play for. They've got to play both Barca and Inter Milan in the last 2 games, so could go through. Harry Kane now has the best goals to appearances ratio in the Champions League for players that have played minimum of 10 games. Kane really saving Tottenham, but there were some good performances from Dele Alli and Christian Eriksen, the 2 attacking midfielders, returning from injury. After smashing Atletico Madrid 4-0 at home, Borussia Dortmund went away to, of course, Madrid and got smashed. Their young squad got completely dismantled by a Diego Simeone masterclass. When you look at Simeone's sides, you expect them to be physical, defensively good, and really good at winning that second ball. Of course, the opening goal of the game was a perfect Simeone goal. A long ball out, Atletico step up, they win the loose ball, some lovely combination play in midfield, an overlap from a fullback, cut back, goal time. Atletico Madrid, some classic football after arguably being embarrassed by Borussia Dortmund and Marco Reus. That's going to be an interesting group again. You know, they're looking at those 2 guys are going to be top, but who will come first? Who will come second? Get into the comments below. Atletico or Borussia Dortmund, 2 of the most exciting teams in Europe this season. So after the game, Antoine Griezmann was asked about the Ballon d'Or, and he said, "We will see. I prefer enjoying the game and my teammates, and of course the Ballon d'Or is down to votes." When asked who he thought should win the Ballon d'Or, he came away with a French player after their victorious World Cup. You can't argue with Antoine right there. And let's finish off our Champions League roundup talking about Thierry Henry. Unfortunately, another 4-0 defeat for Monaco is really putting him on the edge, as well as some alleged corruption by the owner of Monaco. They are in a poor state. If you want to find out more news, of course, about the European world of football and Barcelona qualifying for the last 16 of the Champions League yesterday evening, why not get the Onefootball app? Again, check that out. They've got all the great news for you guys, the fans. Yo man, there's a rubbish truck driving down the road, so there's going to be a bit of a pause in the video, probably like 6 minutes of nothingness, of me just standing here getting frustrated, but it's kind of gone now. Right, it's gone. Sweet man, I'm on the AC Milan bit, so it shouldn't be long. So let's move on to some managerial transfer news, as AC Milan gave themselves up to make an approach for Arsene Wenger. The Frenchman, of course, has been out of work since leaving Arsenal at the end of last season. Wenger had some great times at Arsenal in the early 2000s, built the Invincibles. What a team. 4-4-2, Henry and Bergkamp up front, that was beautiful. Maybe you could do that over in Milan with Higuain and potentially Suso. But I think this is utter rubbish. Of course, Gattuso has had some really good results in the last few weeks. AC Milan currently sit 4th in the league behind both Napoli, Inter Milan and Juventus, who are leading the way. Suso is a player that's absolutely excelled under Gattuso. 8 assists in Serie A this season makes him the top assister in Europe's top 5 leagues. Let's move on to some Zlatan news. Zlatan has ruled out a move back to Europe in between the MLS seasons. Of course, we've seen it before with David Beckham moving back to Europe, players like Landon Donovan going to Everton, and of course there's other guys that have made that similar trip, but Zlatan is ruling that out, saying he's really enjoying life in the MLS and doesn't think that it's right for him right now. But maybe Manchester United should re-sign him after the bit of a bad patch of form that Romelu Lukaku's going through. Big Zlatan scoring goals at Old Trafford again. I'm excited. Are you guys excited? Get into the comments below. Would you take Zlatan back at Manchester United right now, or would you stick with the more mobile Marcus Rashford or Alexis Sanchez? Anyway guys, I've been Statman Dave. This has been the One Football News Show for today. Matt hopefully will be back from the Maldives, from catching the butterflies and doing his yoga. Anyway guys, see you later.